The word index is derived from the Latin word indicare, that means to indicate or point out information where it is available. It is a location tool, list of systematic guide to the contents of a set of data such as periodical index or index in a book. Back of the book index, alphabetically arranged list of headings consisting personal name, places and subjects stated in the book. Webster's Dictionary of English Language, according to that, a usual alphabetical list that includes all or nearly all items that give with each item the place as by page number where it may be found in the work. According to Harrod's Glossary of Library Terms, a systematic guide to items contained in or concepts derived from collection. Their items or derived concepts are presented by entries arranged in known or stated searchable order, such as alphabetical, chronological, or numerical. Indexing is the art of compiling an index. It provides series of access points which lead from information known to the user to additional previously unknown information. Thus, indexing is the process of compiling one or more index for a single publication such as monograph or multi-volume reference work, or adding entries for new documents to an open-end index covering a particular publication format, example newspapers, works of specific literary forms, biography, book reviews, etc. Need for indexing. There are several needs like parallelism of indexing and retrieval work. Second is to help maximum recall or retrieval of relevant documents to achieve high precision ratio. Third, operating tool to operate the document store. Fourth, necessary for repetitive use of the store by users. Now in this tabular form we have described types of indexing. First is assigned and derived indexing. Second is alphabetical indexing. Third is pre and post coordinate indexing. And fourth is citation indexing. Now assigned and derived indexing has shown two parts. One is assigned, another is derived. Alphabetical indexing has three parts: author index, title index, subject index. Pre-coordinate and post-coordinate indexing has again three parts. Pre-coordinate, presses, POP-C, chain indexing come in this category. And then another is post-coordinate, keyword indexing, unitary indexing and automated indexing. Now we will discuss various definitions of indexing terms. First is assigned indexing. It is a method of indexing in which a human indexer selects one or more subject headings or descriptors from a list of controlled vocabulary to represent the subject of a work. Assigned terms may or may not occur in the text. Examples for this is colon classification, DDC or UDC. These are assigned indexing systems. In derived indexing, it is a method of indexing in which a human indexer or computer extracts from the title and or text of a document one or more words or phrases to represent subjects of the work for use as headings under which entries are made. Alphabetical indexing is in alphabetical indexing, references are arranged alphabetically. It is known as alphabetical index. It may appear as separate author, title and subject index in alphabetical order, or can all single alphabetical list of all the three pre and post coordinate indexing systems. Pre-coordinate indexing is another method of indexing in which multiple concepts are combined by the indexer at input stage. Examples for pre-coordinate indexing are presses developed by Derek Austin, POP-C developed by G. Bhattacharya, and chain indexing derived by S.R. Ranganathan. Post-coordinate indexing is another approach in which words and phrases selected at the time of indexing can either be searched individually or be combined at the time of searching. Examples for post-coordinate indexing are systems or keywords indexing like KWIC, KWOC, uniterm indexing, automatic indexing. Keyword indexing is context indexing, a kind of indexing developed in 1958 at IBM by H.P. Luhan. Here, significant words from the title or text of the work or works are used as headings. Uniterm indexing is another type of indexing where single terms as opposed to composite headings are used. The system was introduced by Mortimer Tobey in 1953. For example, if a subject of a document is represented by 5 terms, then 5 separate entries or terms cards are prepared. Citation indexing is comparatively new approach of indexing. Here, systematic list of cited documents showing also the citing documents under each title document is known as citation index. It was developed by Eugene Garfield. Examples for citation indexing are Science Citation Index, Social Science Citation Index, Arts and Humanities Citation Index, etc. Now we will discuss development and trends in indexing. As we know, indexing has a long history. It is as old as writing. In 2nd millennium BC, Mesopotamian cuneiform documents were enclosed in clay envelopes, which serve as an index of sorts so that the documents could not be tampered with. They were sealed inside the envelope and then the contents were copied on envelopes. During the 3rd BC, abstracts of business records were maintained. During 240 BC at Alexandria Library, Egypt, Callimachus of Cyrene, perhaps Alexandria's most famous librarian, created for the first time a subject catalogue in 1,20,000 scrolls of the library's holdings, called the Pinax or tables. It was more like a good subject index. Around 900 AD, there was at least one encyclopedia that was arranged in alphabetical order, but most such works had a classified order. In 12th century, there was rise of universities and people started taking interest in various subjects as such. This created interest in scholarship and subsequent demand for alphabetical indexing. First alphabetical listing of Vatican archives appeared in 13th century. True alphabetical indexing seems to have emerged in the 14th century. They consisted primarily of the keywords in thesis or dissertation, alphabetical arranged. However, this arrangement was not fully alphabetical in the modern sense. The ordering was extended mostly through the first syllable or modern sense. The ordering was extended mostly through the first syllables or first 3 letters of the first word. Meanwhile, the first example for catalogue with an index turned up in the 15th century when in 1483 a catalogue of the monastery at Make, Austria had 3 indexes: author, subject, categories, and anonymous works listed for the catchwords in their title winner. Towards the end of 15th century, the practice of supplementing the systematic listing with an alphabetical subject index was introduced in order to increase the manipulative capacity of catalogue. In 1545, Konrad Gessner's Bibliotheca Universalis listed the documents under the alphabetical order of the author's forename. Later in 1548, listed the same document in a subject classification order with an alphabetic subject index to classification codes. This can be considered as the genesis of all the present indexing systems. 18th century has witnessed increased presence of subject indexes to books and journals. In 1856, Andre Cristando made an attempt to show the importance of titles of documents to derive indexes. Late 19th century witnessed more systematic and widespread use of subject indexing. Periodical indexes are also appeared. For example, William Frederick Poole's Index. In the field of subject indexing, the dictionary catalog of C.A. Cutter brought easier way of organizing the documents, resolving the conflict between subject and author index through rules for dictionary cataloging in 1876. In 1911, J. Kessler, in his systematic indexing, laid down a logical solution to the problem of composite subjects that can be analyzed into combination of concepts indicating a concrete object and a process. A need was felt for designing an apparatus which will lead to some standard terms from several variant forms used by the authors for common concepts. Under the aegis of ALA committee, subject headings were developed for use in dictionary catalog. Lists of subject headings such as Library of Congress and Sears list of subject headings, medical subject headings, MESH, were published that helped in compilation of good number of lists for special collections for special purposes. E.J. Coates' contribution towards subject indexing is very significant. His order of significance among various components of a compound subject is thing, material, and action. However, S. Ranganathan's analytical mind contributed to approach the use of subject headings more scientifically. He developed colon classification in 1930 based on fundamental categories PMEST. Translating the notation digit by digit back into terms provide the names of the subject. This is popularized as chain indexing. J.E.L. Faradane has provided a new approach, creating a new type of syntax in indexing language. His subject formulation is based on the relationship that exists between each pair of components. He has identified 9 such relationships that are indicated by operators or symbols. Sharp is of the view that specific subject formulations having all the components may not be of much use to the searchers of information, and his SLIC indexing system ensures optimum economy in indexing. Timothy C. Karma has developed the nested phrase indexing system, in which an input string of indexing terms is constructed as in Precis and POPSI. The later part of 20th century was marked by information explosion and emergence of computers, leading to automated indexing process. Moreover, access to literature even by non-scholars necessitated the development of indexes in every field of universe of knowledge. As a result of innovative techniques in indexing, procedures have emerged predominantly in USA. From 1970s, the rise of selective dissemination of information services, titles of scientific documents began to play a significant role in science communication. The title-based indexes developed by H.P. Luhan, depended upon manipulation of all keywords in the title to give multiple entries. One entry for each significant word known as keyword indexing, e.g. quick, work, etc. At present, the application of the information technology lead to automatic indexing and information retrieval processes.